I was here 1 year ago, speaking at this very same forum. And since then, October 7th happened. So thanks a lot, Professor Isaac, Gabby, for inviting me back here again. Israel is a very special place. It's very special for me in Singapore as well. So I'm very glad to be back with everybody. Good morning to this distinguished guests today. My name is Kuan Seah. I'm the Chief Executive of the Cybersecurity Agency of Singapore, CSA in short. So thank you to the organizer, Television University, as well as our colleagues from the INCD for inviting me to speak at this Real Cyber Week. It's my privilege to address you on a topic that has become increasingly critical on cybersecurity. So as we navigate on the digital age, cybersecurity not only underpins our trust in digital systems, but also safeguards our economies, protect our critical infrastructure, and ensures the safety and privacy of our citizens. So today, I will touch on Singapore's efforts to enhance our cybersecurity and our commitments to fostering a secure, stable, and interoperable international cyberspace. I have three key messages. First message, cyber and digital security underpins the trust in the digital realm. A fundamental principle in the rapidly evolving digital landscape is that cybersecurity underpins trust in the digital realm. So regardless of technological advances, digital adoption and participation require the people and businesses to trust our digital systems. Innovative solutions are meaningless if our citizens and organizations do not have the faith in the safety and security of our systems, products, and devices. So domestically, Singapore has been proactively enhancing our cybersecurity framework. Last year, I spoke about the Cybersecurity Act being established in 2018 to fortify the baseline protection of our critical information infrastructure against cyber attacks. This act provides a framework for the designation of CII and set the baseline standards for CII owners to adopt, building a foundational trust in our key systems. Since then, Singapore digitalization efforts have progressed, making us one of the most digitally connected countries. Now that brings to us new consideration for cybersecurity, as these compromises or disruptions to our digital infrastructure could significantly impact on Singapore's economy and our way of life. So to address these shifts, our Parliament recently approved, just this year, the Cybersecurity Amendment Bill. These amendments update the regulatory provisions for CII and allow CSA to regulate other types of digital infrastructure and computer systems that are nationally important. Such entities hold sensitive information or technology of national security or public interest, and the digital infrastructure providers that are foundational to our core security stack, core connectivity stack. My second message is on building trust through the common understanding of responsible state behavior in cyberspace. It is imperative to commit to strengthening a rule-based multilateral order in cyberspace. Cybersecurity issues are not geographically bounded, and fostering trust among international partners is necessary to address the increasingly sophisticated cyber threats and ensure communication channels are available to clarify misunderstandings. Maintaining the security and reliability of global comms systems and critical infocom infrastructures are key to preserving stability in cyberspace and keeping our digital economies afloat. The UN is an important platform for a small country like us, Singapore, as its inclusive nature allows all states to have a voice in cyber discussions. We are currently chairing the 5-year United Nations Open-Ended Working Group on the security of and in the use of ICT, and this will end in 2025. This group advances the development and the implementation of norms of responsible state behavior in cyberspace. The OEWG has produced 2 annual reports by consensus in the last 2 years. In about 2 more weeks, members will discuss the 3rd annual report for 2024. The OEWG is looking ahead in future years to institutionalize a platform for regular dialogue on ICT issues. So Singapore is deeply committed to keeping UN discussion productive and focused on practical and concrete cooperation. We aim to translate these principles into action and implement the common norms. To this end, we are a committed partner in developing cyber capacity building. Our flagship United Nations Singapore Cyber Fellowship Program is open to all United Nations member states, and we welcome members to apply for the future iterations. This will be held in the ASEAN Singapore Cybersecurity Center of Excellence. These initiatives are designed to strengthen all nations' ability to actively participate in and maintain the rule-based order in cyberspace. My third message is on building trust through objective standards, R&D, and industry initiatives. I want to move briefly to touch on the topic of interoperability. Many of us here are in this room because we have a coordinated international aviation system that allows us to travel safely and conveniently. My mobile phone, your mobile phones work across jurisdictions because we have common agreements on basic telecom systems. Similarly, having a globally recognized baseline cybersecurity standard is important. So it goes without saying that the modality and the definition of these standards are not as straightforward. In Singapore views, we believe that any standards developed should be technical and objective. Practically speaking, I see 2 benefits. 1, greater economic benefits from our digital connectivity. 2, common and interoperable technological standards would make it easier to protect and secure our cyberspace by reducing the need to protect multiple parallel systems. So Singapore is developing the cybersecurity standards for Internet of Things, IoT in short. Many IoT devices like the Wi-Fi routers, the smartwatches, these are riddled with securities due to the lack of built-in standards. 2020, we established the Voluntary Cybersecurity Labeling Scheme, CLS in short, to enhance the transparency of consumer IoT device security. Since the launch, we have now labeled over 450 products with a total of 600 products being evaluated in the pipeline. And from Google, Asus, TP-Link, D-Link, Linksys, and Nokia. And we recognize that establishing domestic cybersecurity standard is not enough. So we have 19 billion individual smart devices exploited to be deployed globally, and these are expected to double to 38 billion by 2030. And it's impossible to protect our local consumers from the growing scale of such threats just by our own. So Singapore is pleased to have partnered with Germany, Finland, and the Connectivity Standards Alliance to mutually recognize each other's cybersecurity standards for IoT devices. This mutual recognition is cross-border testing as well as certification costs, encouraging more companies to develop safer and smart devices. Singapore is also actively engaging other nations that are raising their efforts in this domain. These countries include the US, the UK, the South Korea, and Japan. I was just updated last week that we have completed our discussion with the South Korea, so I'm very happy with that. Additionally, we are collaborating with countries at the International Standards Organization, ISO in short, to establish a universal labeling framework, the ISO or IEC 27404 standard. Singapore National Cybersecurity R&D Program, this NCRP in short, is crucial for advancing cybersecurity through the collaborations with research institutions, industry partners, and government agencies. AI security is a key focus, And there is significant investment aimed at strengthening the national defenses and safeguarding the digital infrastructure against these evolving threats. The focus is essential as AI technologies are increasingly shaping the cybersecurity capabilities and defenses against sophisticated cyber attacks. So for instance, in Singapore, we have established the Trustworthy AI Center, TICEN in short. This is funded under the NCRP. And this leads the research in the AI-driven cybersecurity defenses and ensure the AI reliability. Professor Isaac mentioned about influence operations. So additionally, in Singapore, we have recently launched the Center for Advanced Technology in Online Safety, CATOS in short, to combat AI-generated harms such as deepfakes and misinformation, so that we can have a safer online system. So while progress has been made, we are committed to continuously improve in cybersecurity for Singapore and internationally too. Industry initiatives such as what we have in our startup system are crucial. Startups are leading the innovation, and in Israel, you have a very, very vibrant startup. And this provides the advanced cybersecurity solutions that bolsters against the emerging threats. Our government will continue to actively support this effort through the increased funding, enhanced incubation programs, and deeper collaboration with industry partners as we work towards greater resilience. Our approach is to make cybersecurity a business advantage rather than just a compulsory requirement. So by integrating robust cybersecurity measures into business practices, companies can gain a competitive edge and build trust with their customers. In closing, it is in everyone's interest to build a secure, stable, and interoperable cyberspace. Such a cyberspace is our stronger hope in navigating a rapidly shifting international digital environment, allowing us to reap the benefits of digitalization and improve our economies and living standards. I look forward to working with many of you to bring this to a reality. Thank you.